So I used to do a couple seminars, some guest seminars for Korea Consulting, and I always said there are two things that completely changed my time here in Korea. The first one was the introduction video, but more on that in another video. And the second thing was the gift that I brought for my principal. So one of the most popular questions that floats around always online is, should I bring a gift for my co-teacher or for my other faculty? And the answer is yes, 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 yes. If you don't bring a gift, you're going to be severely handicapping yourself on the first day where everyone's doing introductions, and it could be for the rest of the year. So think about it like this. Imagine on this first day that you're going to go meet the principal. And you guys can't speak the same language, so what do? It's awkward, right? It's painful. Anything that's awkward is usually painful, and people want to avoid painful situations. But if you bring a gift, there doesn't need to be an exchange of language. It's just a gesture. So by giving a gift, you don't need to speak, and your faculty will be taken back by the gesture. And also, they'll appreciate that you made an effort to understand Korean culture. You'll find that Koreans are always very impressed when a Westerner honors something in their culture because they're so used to us not. So the second question is, who should you bring a gift for? Everyone always makes different recommendations, but I'm going to tell you, you need to bring gifts for these four people: your principal, your vice principal, your head teacher, and your co-teacher or co-teachers. So I know that's four people, and you're like, I don't have money for four gifts. That's why I'm going to Korea, is because I have no money, or I'm going there to make money. But those are the four people that influence your daily life in Korea. They're going to be the ones that influence the policies that are set up against you. They're going to be the ones that influence the policies that are set up for you. For example, planning or setting up vacation time. So I know most of you are going to have multiple co-teachers, and you might be thinking, well, how do I know how many they're going to be, and how many should I buy gifts for? There's no real way of knowing that beforehand, but we're going to talk about that in a little bit. So the most popular question, of course, is what should I bring for each of these people? For the co-teacher, vice principal, principal, and head teacher. Korea has a really strong hierarchical structure. So the principal's gift must trump the VP's gift, which must trump the head teacher's gift, which must trump your co-teacher's gift. So I'm just going to give my recommendations. A lot of people give suggestions and advice, but I'm just going to give you what I brought, and you can, get creative and substitute whatever. So let's start at the top. So the perfect gift for a principal is a bottle of wine from your home country. I know before I came, I was scanning Wagook and Dave's DSL, and everyone seemed to recommend, what was it? Johnny Walker's whiskey. And I thought about it, and I was about to buy it, and then I thought, wait, what if my principal is a woman? Women don't usually drink whiskey. Wait, what if my principal is really religious, And what if they don't drink, they don't like to get drunk? So then you're kind of standing there with a gift that the principal can't use. So instead I thought about this. If you buy like a boutique wine that looks really nice and really kind of expensive, it doesn't have to be really expensive, but just looks really nice. Wine's a really great idea if you think about it. First, it's not that flashy. It's not as flashy as a huge bottle of scotch or something like that. Second thing is, the principal could easily bring it out at a family dinner, or he could take it to a formal party that he might be going to. And third, even if they don't drink alcohol at all, a lot of people like to use wine as a decoration. I remember when I brought my principal that bottle of wine, his entire energy changed towards me. In part because I think he thought the wine was more expensive than it actually was, and he also thought it was from France, which it wasn't. It was from California. But, that's the magic of wine. It's ambiguous. So I really think that choosing wine is a win-win situation. So for the vice principal, remember we're having to devalue it a little bit. So I brought a big container of multivitamin. I got the idea for this when I used to teach ESL back in San Diego, and all the students that came to study there, before they left, they would go to Costco, or they would go to Target or whatever, and they would get a big thing of vitamins, American vitamins, to take back to their family, and then they would give it to their parents, or they would give it to their grandparents. And the reason why is because in Korea, the same vitamins, like Centrum vitamins, actually have less percentages of those same vitamins. So the American ones are stronger, and also it's kind of a novelty, like to have something related to health from a different country. So if you do choose to go this route, don't buy one of those small things you're going to get in like a supermarket of vitamins. Instead, definitely go to Costco and get one of those bigger jugs that could last, 6 months or to 1 year. For the head teacher, get a box of luxury chocolates. It doesn't have to be the most expensive, chocolates ever. It's just something that's local from your home country and maybe they've heard of, something like that. In California, we have See's candy, and from people I talked to, See's is only available in Japan and in the United States. So, I brought that for him. It was wrapped really nicely, and the box looked really great. So just this is only going to be for one person, so it doesn't have to be a huge one. It can be a smaller sized box of chocolates. Also, one of the great things about chocolate is it's almost always available in your home country's airport in the duty-free shop, so you can always get it before you head out. So, and lastly, for your co-teacher or co-teachers, go the chocolate route again, but this time get a larger box. If you go to Korea and you arrive and you find out you only have one co-teacher, that's great. You can still give it to them and they'll be blown back by how much chocolate they just received. But also the good thing about this is if you have multiple co-teachers, you can just simply take it to the shared office and you can present it to all of them and say this is a gift for all of them to share. That way it doesn't matter how many co-teachers you have, and you don't have to plan for each and every one of them. First of all, that's expensive, and also you have no idea how many co-teachers you're going to have from year to year. Another thing that's kind of, people notice is that Koreans, actually, this was in our textbook today, that Koreans, when they are presented with gifts, their reaction is usually very tame. They bow and they say thank you. They don't, whereas Westerns are like, wow, and we give like a hug and stuff like that. So if the reaction is not that strong, don't make it seem like you bought the wrong thing or this person doesn't appreciate it. They do. It's just Koreans show it a little bit differently. Anyways, I have class in a few minutes, so if you have any more questions, please shoot us a topic, an idea, or a question to theboys@rockpaperscissors.com. So, happy gift shop.